kicking off the racing season in New England, and I'm joined by Chris Morin and Rob White. These two gentlemen are rookies starting their first season in race boats. Gentlemen, Rob White is joining us in 300 this year.
Yes, that's correct. 300 SSH.
And Chris is joining the 25 class.
Yep. Hey guys.
So, Rob raced earlier this year down in Georgia, but Chris just completed the driving school yesterday. Now, I want to know, we're going to get into the minds of these gentlemen. So,
That's dangerous.
So, what attracted you to the 300 class? How did you get into that class?
Well, starting racing is a little bit of a daunting task to begin with. Everybody here is super helpful at getting you ready to go, but the 300 is a pretty standard class, minimal modifications allowed, so it's a little bit easier to start with. It is a real class though. I was calling it the beginner class, and I've been corrected many times because the serious experienced drivers, there's so many 300s that it became a really competitive class. And it's a nice, fast boat, so
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
It is a great place to start, but I mean, we have racers that have been driving for 25 years in multiple different classes, and they'll still tell you that some of the best races that they have are in 300 because it's sealed, it's so very competitive. Now, how did you find boat racing?
So I wanted to do this since I was a little kid. Our family used to go to the races, watch a lot of races. I thought it was a sport that had kind of gone away a little bit. A coworker invited me to come and watch his son, and by the time I got there, they had me registered in the driver's school, and I owned a boat the next weekend, and here I am. So much fun.
I love that story so much. Now, Chris, how did you find boat racing?
I grew up on boats and went to boat races, inboard boat racing and stuff, and was interested in it. And looked online and found the outboard racing around here and stuff. So that's where I got into it.
Very cool. Welcome to the sport. We're so happy to have you. And now, 25 Hydro. It's a class that was super competitive back in the 80s, the 90s. It was one of my favorite classes to watch growing up in the sport. But it's not one that you see many people joining today. And I'm really excited that you're joining it. But tell us why you chose that class.
I found a 302 Yamato and had it modified a little bit, the foot and stuff. It wasn't a sealed motor. I had the right hydroplane and knew that if I wanted to, I could bump it up and run the bigger C class. Right now I'm running the restrictor plate, bring it back down a little bit, get my feet under me before I start going too fast and too crazy.
Yeah, no, and that class does have a few different engines in it, so you went with versatility.
Yeah, it's a motor that you can tinker with and get to where you want to be, different things, different classes. And,
Yeah.
It's definitely the motor where I can play with it and have fun.
Now, I understand you had quite the welcome party yesterday with a whole bunch of hands in your engines. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we did the inspection and learned a couple things and had to tear the flywheel off and got into my electronics and got to learn a little bit more about that. I'd never done anything into that part of it yet. Learned how to time it and all those good things, so it was a really good learning experience for me.
Excellent. Yeah, no, you guys are definitely in good hands here in Region 1. And now, I know it's still fairly fresh. You guys haven't been in the boat too many times. But, you know, racers, we know that there are certain elements of the sport that just feed our soul, whether it's the final 5 seconds coming down the start, maybe it's the first turn, maybe it's the announcement of the green flag. What is it that is your favorite part about being in the boat so far? Chris?
I love the sound of the boats, first off. Just that throttle and how it feels and goes. The water spraying is so much fun. It's just like nothing else. It's so much fun. You think about it, you hear something at work and it makes you think of that sound, it makes you smile.
Absolutely. No, and like just the rooster tails behind you. Oh, yes. I'm here with you on that one. Rob, how about you? What's your favorite part about being in the boat?
So these boats take a little while to get going, and it's called plane off. As soon as you hit plane and that speed picks up, the smile comes on, and you're just going down the course, focused like crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah, it really flicks a switch in your head, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. I love that. All right, now again, I know you haven't had a chance to really see everybody in the sport race yet, but you know you have watched a few races, you have been around just a bit. Is there somebody that you particularly like watching race?
Steve Norrie, without a doubt.
Steve Norrie.
Yeah, one of the classics, Steve Norrie. Just fun to watch him race.
Steve Norrie is a good pick. You know, that's very classic.
He did beat one guy in particular way back though.
Are you talking about the time Steve Norrie beat Billy Allen?
I am, absolutely.
Oh,
I've heard that story too. That's a good one.
Not many people beat Billy Allen,
No.
and Steve Norrie pulled it off. That really speaks volumes to him as a racer,
He's
doesn't
got
it?
he's got a couple medals under his belt too, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, he does. A lot of Steve Norrie love out here, clearly. Yeah. Now, so we're going to wrap this up quickly, but I want to give you guys the opportunity. Is there anybody that you want to give a shout out to, any significant others or individuals that helped you get started racing? Rob, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, this is going to be like the Academy Awards because I got a lot of people. First, my wife for understanding that I really like doing this, so that's a big part of it. It's a sacrifice. As well, the whole crew here at South Shore Outboard. These people just help you out, work as a team, and then they try to beat you, so that's kind of fun. And then the last one is the Wheelers from Wheeler Racing. Shane Wheeler got me in a boat and just surprised the heck out of me, and here I am. So, thanks.
I love that. Very cool. Chris?
Definitely my wife first off. You know, that's the one we all got to thank first. And then everyone here, just like Rob was saying, and one guy up home that always helps me wrench and whatnot is George Bergeron. He's a great help to me. He's coming down, and I'm trying to get him into a boat, so we'll see what happens.
Excellent. Maybe we can arm wrestle him into taking a ride.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm sure we won't have to try it too hard. All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for joining me this morning. Best of luck for your races today. And for all of you back home, if you haven't liked and subscribed to South Shore Outboard, I highly recommend you do that now. We're going to be going live throughout the day, intermittently, showcasing different races. Thank you again for joining me. Have a wonderful day wherever you are, and Best Boats Rock.